Assistant Chief Leonard Proper to go through this presentation and explain the traffic patterns. Chief?
Thanks, Dan, and thanks for everyone for coming this afternoon. What we want to do is talk about what we're planning to do for the Jaguar game for this Sunday. With the Matthews Bridge being offline, we are going to turn the Hart Bridge all one way into the sports complex the morning of the Jaguar games, October 20th. What you're going to see is the lanes that normally come into the sports complex on the Hart Bridge will remain the same. The lanes that normally go away from the complex, those will be closed. We will put additional signs, barricades, police officers, and information to be allow traffic to go counterflow, which is the wrong side of the bridge toward the sports complex. The good thing about this is this will make it much more accommodating with the Matthews Bridge being down to get people in the sports complex. But this plan only affects the people that travel the Matthews Bridge or the Hart Bridge. So if it doesn't apply to those fans coming to the Jaguar games, then this information doesn't apply to them. If you normally come over to Main Street or through State Street or MLK, this doesn't apply to y'all. On the westbound lanes, like I said, those are going to remain normal. On the eastbound lanes, the counterflow lanes, we're going to close that completely around 8 a.m. Sunday morning. By about 9:15, 9:30, we should have everything in place to open that up counterflow. We recommend that the people who normally commute to the Jaguar game add 45 minutes to that. So if you leave 45 minutes early to get in your seats, and we want you to leave about an hour and a half early this Sunday to get in your seats. If you leave that early, we'll make sure that you get in your seat on time. With the bridge going one way, there's a couple of things that gets adversely impacted. And one of those are the JTA shuttles. So the shuttles that come from Kings Avenue, Orange Park, JTB, the beaches, those shuttles will have to cross the Hart Bridge the normal way, and they will have to exit Main Street and go back to pick up on the second pole. So the multiple riders on the JTA shuttles, there might be a small delay in getting those return buses back to you, but we will address that and make sure the buses are full as they come down to the stadium. Also, people that attend church services that will be downtown, and they normally go toward the south side of town or the Arlington side of town, you won't be able to cross those bridges during the Sunday morning transition. So after services on Sunday mornings, we ask that people that are going to like the Fort Carolina area, the Northern Beaches area, Main Street north to Zoo Parkway, and then Zoo Parkway over the Danes Point Bridge. For everybody else going to the south side, Main Street south over the bridge to 95 South to the beaches exits. Those will be the ideal ways to get back during the time frames. Remember, it's only 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. At 2 p.m., that bridge is going back to the normal rotation. So all the Jaguar fans that are leaving the game, you will be able to leave the normal way you leave without the Matthews Bridge, of course. The Hart Bridge will go back to two-way traffic at 2 p.m. This entire plan is going to be online, the JAXSHERIFF.org website. And in just a minute, I'm going to show you some examples of what we talked about, because I know it's a lot of information. We also are going to have our PIOs in the our Traffic Operations Center tweeting out live traffic updates. You know, it's important that we get this message out. The fans that are attending the Jaguar games that park on the east side of the stadium, lots A through F, and you're in the detour, we want you to cross the bridge on the wrong side. Fans that are coming to the Jaguar games that park anywhere on the west side of the stadium that's affected by the detour, we want you to cross the bridge on the wrong side. All you have to do is just go down Atlantic Boulevard, and there's plenty of signboards and there's plenty of information that will help you get queued up in there, as well as police officers in the roads to get you up in the right direction, and we'll be able to get you right back down. The good thing about this plan is if you get confused and you get in the wrong lane, you're still going to end up in the sports complex, and we'll still be able to get you to your parking lots. But we really want you to try to go the way that we're going to show you on this board in just a few minutes. It's going to make it very nice for those fans that need to get on that west side of the stadium or those lots A through F. And then last tip, don't follow your GPS. You need to pay attention to those signboards. When you cross that bridge the wrong way and you're listening to your GPS, you're going to get some mixed information there that's not going to be good. Trust us. Just go according to those signboards, and we're going to get to where you need to be. So, with that being said, I'm going to kind of show you a little picture of exactly what it's going to look like, so that you can make it a little bit better. These 4 pink dots right here, and a pink dot here, and up here, those are the variable message boards that are out right now. That's going to tell you which lanes to go in and where to exit. This is basically the same view of the area that's being impacted. This is something that we've never done before on traffic, so bringing 4 lanes into the sports complex, it encompasses all this infrastructure. This was pretty easy. Normally, westbound Atlantic Boulevard, normally you go over the bridge. Whomever goes that way normally, east side parking passes, that's the way we want you to go right there. Jaguar fans, if you put your parking pass on that dash or hang it from the mirror while you're in the detour route, we can help you tremendously in getting in the right lanes and get you in the right exits. As you approach the bridge the normal way, that right curb lane goes away. This middle lane right here, that becomes the lane that we want everybody to go lots A through F and west side parking. This middle lane, lots A through F and west side parking. This other lane is the through lane that takes you to San Marco. That middle lane continues through, make a big U-turn right there, and you'll go up the bridge the wrong way from the center lane on Atlantic Boulevard, and the through lane goes straight through to San Marco. Eastbound Atlantic Boulevard, coming from San Marco, right turn on Art Museum, left turn onto the normal exit ramp, which now we've made an entrance ramp. So we lost 2 lanes pregame on the Matthews. We just gained 2 lanes pregame on the Hart, just the wrong side of the Hart. Here's the first exit you come to as you're going over the bridge on the wrong side, the counterflow. This left lane right here, that's our lots A through F. That's going to put you down right at the bottom of the sports complex near the loading dock. This throughs road, the one that goes straight, that puts you off at Forsyth and Liberty, right behind the police building. Okay. This lane right here is the first exit that we took counterflow. It drops you off right down there near the sports complex. We're not going to let anybody go any further that way. Everybody exits lot A through F right at the bottom of the sports complex. When you get to the bottom, you make a quick left and another left. You're on Gator Bowl Boulevard. The first parking lot on the right is lot C. C, D, E, A. All of those F are available shortly after you make that turn off the bridge. What you see right here is the split going to the Forsyth Street exit. So if you go straight counterflow, you'll end up taking this exit right here, which ends up right there at Forsyth and Liberty. Get off on Liberty Street, make a quick left, boom, you're right there in our traffic pattern, 3 lanes, eastbound, heading to the sports complex, right there on Bay Street. This looks a little intimidating. This is if you're MLK and you're coming toward the sports complex. Over here, that's the roads that take you right to the sports complex. This is that ramp that you can get to the Hart Bridge from. We have to take that ramp off. So everybody will exit right here on this service road. This service road ends up on the downtown exit ramp, and it puts you right into the detour, which will be Main Street. All right, some tips that we'll be giving out. We'll be tweeting the traffic information. We start at 8 a.m. The local media will pass through those messages to our viewers, listeners, and followers. We do have a significant increased police presence throughout the detour route. And please display those parking passes. If you help us get that out, that's going to be better. Some of the challenges we talked about briefly. Exiting downtown between 8 and 2 on Sunday. This is people that are already in downtown and they want to go to the south side. They must use the detour. Arlington, south side, you got the Fuller Warren, Acosta, and Main Street as an option. And then the East Arlington people, the New Parkway or the Days Point Bridge, that's the best way to get back during those hours. Just 8 to 2. At 2 o'clock, the bridge is back open to normal. JTA bus riders. We talked about that. Mandarin, Beaches, JTB, Orange Park, and Kings Avenue. Those might take a little bit longer for the second pickup. But all the buses will be running like normal, and they feel very comfortable that they will be able to accommodate all the fans. And that's really it. Everybody's going to get a copy of that so that you can take it back and tweak it, make it a little better, and we'll have a good quality product that we give out to the public.
Chief, if the Matthews Bridge isn't back up to speed by the Florida-Georgia game, is this something we might see again? This kind of pattern, this kind of plan? Have you guys thought that far in advance?
Yeah, we've been told that they're on schedule, and we're hoping we get that bridge back. If the bridge is not back by November 2nd, you'll probably see something very similar to what you saw today.
Is there a reason we're going for this as opposed to what we used for the last home game when the bridge was shut? Were there problems with, what we had then?
Yeah, I think we can do better. I really do. And we're trying to make it as accommodating for the Jaguar fans. This is what we do. We're trying to make it more accommodating for the public. We have a big bridge that's down, a bridge that's very, heavily traveled during home games. I just think we can do a little better. So we want to explore the options of making that Hart Bridge one way, and hey, we want to make the experience better. So we're committed to adding resources, being a little bit aggressive, and we're trying to accommodate these fans.
What will the impacts be for the weekend morning commutes?
I think it's going to be light. The biggest impact, I think, is going to be churches. There's not much traffic Sunday mornings on the bridges unless you're coming to the game, other than the ones going to church. Remember, everybody going to church in the morning, no problem. It's open. The correct side of the bridge is always open all day. It's just the wrong side of the bridge that we're taking off. So once you get to church or wherever you're going downtown, it's no problem. It's afterwards. It's just going to be the delay. And those people will have to go Main Street, either north or south, to get back to the south side. That's really the only adverse impact that we see. You can access everything downtown, all the businesses downtown, the restaurants, everything is still equally as accessible with this plan. It's just leaving downtown, minor delay during that 8 p.m. to 2 p.m., 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. time frame.
You say a minor delay. Are we expecting a major backup since that side of the bridge is going to be shut down with everybody coming back over the Hart Bridge in just the one section?
Yeah, I don't think so, because we kind of own that Main Street lights. So we have plans to be able to, enhance that green a little bit. So I think we can be able to get that out with no problem. Once they go north on Main Street, 8th to 20th to, out that way, they'll just have to follow the normal rotations of the lights. But I think they can handle that volume for Sunday morning. I feel comfortable with that.
Any impact on the race for the cure this weekend?
Race for the Cure's to go. That's Saturday. So they're going to use the Hart Bridge.
When we're talking about after the game, the Hart Bridge is going to be both directions. Is there any concern about congestion getting out of that area after the game?
There's no concern about congestion after the game, but there will be some congestion after the game.
More than a typical game day?
Nope, typical game day congestion. Whatever congestion that you saw last week, the last time the Jaguars played at home, it will be similar to that, based on the attendance of the game. So, people are somewhat accustomed to that. We kind of manipulate the streets downtown, one way out of town. So we've got a pretty good hand on getting fans out in a timely manner post-game. So I think it'll be fine.
With the shuttle buses that are being rerouted, are fans and other, neighbors being notified of the areas where the shuttle buses are going to be picking up and dropping off now, the new locations?
Shuttle bus pickup and drop off, exact same location. Just their return route to pick them up is they have to follow the detour route. So they still get picked up at the same location. They'll still depart at the same time from the same location. They'll still return to the same locations. The return route, they'll just have to go Main Street instead of the Hart Bridge because we have it turned. So that's really the only
Today
thing.
we saw electronic signs near the Hart Bridge saying it would be closed.
Correct.
One, who is responsible for that, and why do those signs say that?
I was responsible for that. And they said that because I wanted to get the church traffic on Wednesday night to see that Sunday they're not going to be able to go home that way. So I had the city put those signs out that said Hart Bridge closed Sunday 8 to 2. I should have put eastbound, but those signs were only on the eastbound entrance ramps. But I know that created a little dialogue, so I'll take responsibility for that. I put those signs out so that we can notify the public that are leaving churches on Wednesday nights, that's going to be the only time I had the chance to get the message out to them was last night. So I thought it was more important to I thought it was important to get that message out last night. We probably should have put eastbound on there, but that was that's been corrected.
Chief, any estimate on what this will cost, the tab for all the extra officers out on the streets, all the overtime?
It's it takes about 20 extra people to make this happen, police-wise, and $4,500, something like that.
$4,500.
$4,500.
Any other questions?
Overtime only?
In addition to what it normally costs for a football game. So,
Any other questions? All
thank
right.
you very much.
Thanks.